Hello, welcome back. I am Illuminaughty Mystex. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoy me, you can like, share, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. But yeah, so happy September, happy Virgo season. I have been gone, for the past over a month, and I'm finally home, and it's been a not a tough adjustment, but a tiring adjustment. So it's not that I was struggling to do the readings, but I wanted to do this one first, and I did the other two bonus readings first instead for some reason. And I've had like a bit of a headache all day, and I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm going through a positive transformation with negative side effects. So I feel like that message may resonate with someone. Positive transformation with negative side effects. No big deal, because ultimately it's for the best. And I was thinking about how I would love to hear like a very relaxing, emulating sound for that energy that I am giving. Okay. I had my own little witches retreat last month, and wow, I have a whole new perspective on myself, and I can tell that I've become so much more attuned to what I do. And that being said, there's going to be a lot of changes coming up with me. And I know I say that a lot, but I am constantly changing. It's funny, I have the reputation being the Taurus that I hate change, when in reality I am adapting to every moment. But anyways, I wanted that sound to help my head. And I remembered my beautiful pyramid, right? It's been a while since I've gotten to use this, so this is a very intimate moment that I wanted to share. And it makes me glad that I waited to do this reading, because I wouldn't have thought of it if I didn't sit here and hear it. Okay? So let's do that. It's been an entire minute. I'll probably put it down, but I hope that it resonates, because it's a beautiful sound. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I don't even want to stop. That's enough. I love this. Love this. Thank you to my absolute bestie, Miss Jupiter herself. You can actually catch a video of us having a chat on the Lionsgate last month, and she has her own crystal pyramid in a different tone. It's a different size and it's colorful. But it's always a good time to talk to Miss Jupiter. So, one sec. Part of what I want to do today for this general reading is introduce my new deck, my new old deck. I'll get to that later, but I am going to pull these. I may see if anything comes up for these. Gonna do a few of these and introduce you to the mystery deck. So this isn't going to be a regular thing on my channel, as this has been less regular, and this I've taken off almost entirely, but this is for everyone. It's for the upcoming month. We are approaching spooky season because I am a firm believer that Virgo season is still summer, because it is. This is still going to be our main focus. You can see my coffee cup. What is that? What is that? What is that? My water. Don't forget to drink your water. Just because it's not as hot doesn't mean that your body doesn't still need the stuff. So, all right. Oh, I hate that it's in frame. Okay. So, anyways, let's see what's going on for the remainder of Virgo season and the rest of September, shall we? And we will get to these later. Zombie control. I was sliding the cards. Ooh. Don't overwork yourself this season. Virgos are, well, I think all earth signs are pretty notorious for working themselves to the bone. So you might be in the mood to kind of like hustle, side gig, this and that. Goddamn, the other two readings I did, I got these two cards, the Universe and Wealth. And I think in one of them it was next to each other. I believe it was the Capricorn reading. If you are a Capricorn and you're seeing this, there is a bonus reading with all these cards. It's so weird because I really do shuffle quite a bit for every reading and after readings, in between readings, like I shuffle these cards a lot, so it is a little uncanny to me when I do see so many of the same cards repeating. Highly suggest checking out the Virgo and Capricorn readings, whether you are one, whether you are dealing with one, whether you have a placement in your chart, and what have you, but these cards are familiar. There's a lot of variety this time, whereas there wasn't too much variety between the two of them, but this is like a combination. It's just wild. It's wild. But this is intended to be for everyone. So, wow. Okay, so let's see what's going on. I think that's good. I'm liking the amount of cards I have on the table, especially because I'm going to be pulling from the other decks. So, bottom of the deck, Five of Wands, Strife. This may be a bit of a boring time in your life, and you know what? Just embrace that, because you might end up being really busy, or we could all be stuck in the house again this winter. We really don't know what's going to happen, and for that, be grateful that perhaps nothing's happening, okay? Embrace that energy and sit in your earthly leisure, so to speak. Up top, we have the Three of Cups, abundance. So letting it flow to you, right? By letting other things go from you. I cannot even express what grand energy that truly is. It's a fountain of youth, almost, is what I think of when I see the Three of Cups. We have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy. We have the Two of Wands, which is Dominion. And we have the Nine of Discs, which is Gain. So they're generally smooth sailing. It could also be referencing a Cancer or Cancer season, which would have been a couple months ago. But there is something that is going to come up, either in your relationship or in your living situation, that you will benefit from. It's not really telling me what the situation is by any means. This is, I guess, apply as you wish, or something that could have already happened comes back to you or something. Yeah, but this is the ride. This is the relationship or dynamic, and this is the bonus. Okay. So we have, as mentioned before, the Universe and the Ten of Discs, Wealth. So it's almost like everything is conspiring for you, and you're going from the 9 to 10 of Discs. The money is getting right. It's like, you know, that earth sign energy being the hardworking, the hustle, the grinding, the no time off, no breaks. it's time that you stop doing that, but also enjoy the benefits from it. Okay? It's coming to an end, or there's going to be a change from it. Okay? There's like I'm saying an end to the current overdrive and a change with how you perceive it, having the money, getting the paycheck, doing the thing, making the sales. Okay, lots of things are changing, and especially look forward to that in Scorpio season, which is going to start in October. We have the Queen of Swords, air energy, but again, with the hard working, you know, you might get a little break for the next couple months. You can take some time off because you have enough or whatever, but you're going to be right back on your grind come Scorpio season, I would bet. So just kind of enjoy the slowness, and I cannot emphasize enough to let things just come to you, because it will. It's going to be an influx of money and then something else and then back to work. Okay, so just kind of embrace it. And as I put it, roll with the punches so you don't get hit. We have this string of cards here. We have the Seven of Discs, debauch. So this could indicate some, like an issue perhaps with alcohol, but it's about doing anything excessively. I associate it with alcohol so much because it is cups, but it's followed by the devil. So this is Capricorn energy. This card has come up so many times lately. The last set of Zodiac videos, I think it came up in all 12 readings, and it's come up again today. So people need to watch themselves, man. I recently quit alcohol entirely. It's only been a couple weeks, so we'll see how I do. But, you know, I think it could be time for you to consider doing the same, because obviously this is not a good situation to be in, where you're like doing things in excess, but also like having no self-control and being addicted and maybe getting possessive and etc. We have the Prince of Discs here too. It may not be alcohol as much as it's something else, but this is about starting from square one. This is like going back to the beginning, starting over, new shit, new job, new anything, right? Getting used to the shit, because look, we got adjustment in Libra season. This something could happen in the next few weeks where you're just like, look, what have I done? And guess what? This is kind of a separate pile, but I just naturally was going in line. Three of Swords, sorrow. You're going to have to cut some shit off. Whether it's people, whether it's the tap, whatever it is. It's time to let go of that. You have to, yes, it may hurt and it may be sad, but it is, in the long run, going to save you more than it's going to bring suffering for you. Okay. Knight of Swords. Air energy coming in and ready to put in the work. Could be a bit of a conflict or a challenge at the same time, but I'm getting more of a positive spin where, like, once you release it, you can finally be free and keep moving. And then Two of Swords, peace. So I think that's great. Keeping your swords in these positions is always positive, but to go from the 3 to the 2 with a knight in between them, I would say those are some really solid moves that you're making. All right? Solid moves you're making. That's the best that I could put it. So keep making them. And again, just remember to relax while you have the time. Enjoy the rest of summer. Don't rush fall in here. Get out with all that. I love fall so much. I thrive. All right, Scorpio season, that's my fucking shit. But no need to rush it. Enjoy summer. Take one more vacation. Do a little whatever, you know. These are all the same cards. I just like to shuffle after I use a deck. I'm going to move on to the next. So, Halloween Oracle. I don't want to make these too long. Whoa. Skeleton Strength. Don't want to make these too long because I am running through multiple decks, but feels good if I just do the main 3. So we have Cauldron, Synergy and Healing. We have the Veil, the Future. And then we have Death, the Eternal Cycle begins here. So we got the Death card twice, no? And I'm going to just interpret this. I don't think there's any like channeled message as much as I am just meant to read these cards. So, to start, Skeleton, Strength. What's this? Witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. Damn, I'm good. I'm the witch. So, Skeleton, Strength. Keep on keeping on. Skull of Darkness, Blind Spots. It shifted. Be careful. Somebody, you know, I mentioned this in one of the readings. Can't remember if it was Virgo or Capricorn. Again, watch, cross-watch, do what you gotta do. I kept touching my back. And I said, someone is going to have your back, but someone's going to stab you in the back. And I feel like that could be applied to others as well, because we are seeing the Skull of Darkness, blind spots, but with strength. So it's kind of like, don't give up. Don't let them get to you. Don't let them discourage you. Don't let them defeat you. I don't like using the phrase don't, and I've just said it like 10 times. Maybe it is supposed to be the opposite. Maybe you are supposed to address it. Maybe you are supposed to dwell on it and think about it, and it's time that you recognize why you've attracted people in your life who would do that to you. Okay? I think that's what it really, you know, be strong enough to admit that you've been screwed over. Okay? So that you can get into your earthly weaver of the world energy this Virgo season. It's coming across very kind of broken. I'm a little tired today, but it's just, I think it's been so long since I've done this, and September really does kind of bring in a new energy, and I understand when people associate it with fall, even though we've got 20 more days of summer. Okay. We're just trying to like tie up some loose ends, and it's up to you to tie up your own loose ends too, no matter how difficult it gets. We have the Cauldron, Synergy and Healing. So sometimes recognizing that somebody's wronged you or feeling like you've been stabbed in the back can actually open up the process of healing from those situations. And so this is going to be about coming together, working together, and being united after the pain. Such a weird thing I don't necessarily agree with, but just know when it's your turn to apologize and when it's your turn to accept or expect an apology, okay? You're not always the victim. Nobody is. We have the Veil, the Future, so it's going to be very important to focus on the synergy and healing now, because it is going to determine what happens next, and it's going to bring you into the future, so to speak. Whatever is happening now is really important for what is to come and what is already happening, what's already been planned, what's already divinely coursed, okay? So then death, the eternal cycle, begins here. There are certain bonds that we attempt to break in this life that really truly are beyond what we know as eternal, okay? Everlasting, reincarnating, however you want to see it. You can even call it karmic, but we have to just recognize that the mortal coil is only a fraction of what the human mind experiences when you really truly think about that. And there are things I do think are far beyond our control, because we only access a portion of our power being flesh and blood. Blood is valuable, but it is not the ultimate. Okay? Beams of light. Beams of light. Anyways, try to reconnect and try to heal instead of holding grudges, fighting, or being a dick. Right? That's it. I mean, that's really it. That's the message. We on that ultralight beam, we on that ultralight beam. This is a God dream. This is a God dream. This is everything. I have not listened to the new album yet, but now that song's popping up in my head, so listen to it. All right, let's see what's going on in lieu of money and careers and the economy in general. You know, sometimes I pull 12 of these, but I am so not in the mood. We're already past 20 minutes. We're going to do 4 like we have for everyone else. Or the decks anyway. Okay. Shit. We got an extra. You dicks. Should I get rid of one? No. Probably not. So we have Abigor. Okay, Abigor. We have Furfur. Okay. We have Osmodius. And we have a Gary's. Gary's must be an Aries. And then we have Volak, which I will get to last. All right, so Abigor is kind of the overall message. I would say that's the most general on a macro scale. We're going to see what Abigor has to say. If I can find it. Okay. Focus on fostering loyalty and building teamwork skills. See, healing the relationships when we were talking about with that last deck and enjoying the peace from the Thoth reading. I would say this is building on that energy of like, look, you need to recognize when things are your own fault or forgive people when it's their fault, because you are always going to want to be forgiven for the things that you do when you're in the wrong, I'm sure. So it's time to just, you know, build that trust back up with people and accept that, you know, there are, like, other people have boundaries that you may have crossed, okay? So foster that loyalty, work on that connection and those connections. And building teamwork skills, I love that. So that's like the macro situation. That's for everyone. Let's see more on a micro or personal level, kind of what's going on. Again, these are all about the money and the work and all that. So Furfur is focus on enduring love and passion. Beware of strong emotions becoming destructive. Okay, so it's funny that I just said it's about the money and everything, but think of it as though this enduring love and passion relates to something that you enjoy doing, okay? And beware of strong emotions becoming destructive. Say emotions like greed and such things. You know, it's so weird. My mouse, you know, when you hit control on the keyboard and your mouse will find itself. I don't know what. I have a keyboard on the ground. I don't know what I was doing there. That's strange. I guess I was hitting something. So think of it as some type of hobby that maybe you're trying to monetize, or a new business because you want to follow your dreams and whatnot, which nothing wrong with that. Hello, that's my life. But again, things like greed, selfishness, misery, depression, overwork, tiredness, exhaustion, those are all really strong emotions that can become destructive to the thing that you loved in the first place. Okay. Osmodius. Going the wrong way, but it's alright, I know the alphabet. Beware of lusting to excess, allowing desire to dictate actions without thought to the broader picture. So in the micro sense, you need to be more focused on the macro. You need to think about other people. You need to think about the bigger picture. You need to think about how your decisions do affect other people. Whether or not you, I mean, such Virgo energy to be like, well, my decision shouldn't bother you because it's me, it's my life. But you have to step back and recognize that it's always a ripple effect for everyone. So whether or not you want to think of other people when you make a decision is ultimately up to you. But expecting there to be no consequence for those decisions is a fault of you. Okay, Gary's. We've got focus on direction and guidance, bringing allies and helpful items closer and pushing enemies and destructive influences away. I feel like destructive has been in these 3 times, right? This is destructive influences, then there was strong emotions becoming destructive, and then the maybe the first one wasn't, but it's strange that word keeps coming up. Because it's almost like, sure, maybe things are kind of falling apart, but also like, how to say, the healing, the synergy, the coming together. It's creation versus destruction when you really think about it. All right, let's see what Volak's about. We're going to head back to the macro experience and think of this on more of a larger scale, and the team dynamic. Okay. Volak. Beware of underestimating soft-spoken or mild-mannered individuals. Many capable individuals are easily overlooked because they are quiet. I hear that. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. I'm not a quiet person. I'm very open and friendly and talkative and usually not shy. But I'm very quiet about what I do. I'm quite humble with my own gifts, and you know, you might hear me say some cocky shit about my physical appearance, but, you know, whatever. I rarely speak of my talents, so, you know. So, I hear that. It's not necessarily the quiet person, but the person that you're underestimating, or the person that isn't bragging and posting and saying these things over and over again. And, yeah, I mean, let that inspire you also. Lift others up and bring yourself down so that you can meet at the same level. Okay, so now that this is over 25 minutes long, let's get to this last deck. Like I said, wanted to introduce this deck to you. I'm going to make it a separate video, though. Doesn't this feel really long? I'm going to make a separate video. I think I'm going to do a full reading for Patreon. There's some other bonus content I ended up making today for Patreon as well, but it's been a while since I've given any love or shits to Patreon, so that's getting revamped. Like I said, lots of new stuff coming. I just am constantly coming up with ideas and new projects and things that I need to finish and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so I guess I can tell you a little bit about this deck, but you'll have to look out for full readings in the future because it's already... I bought this deck used. I got no box, no booklet. That's how I like it. That's how I've gotten many of my decks. This one, and this one. I don't know the name. I don't really want to either. I feel that I've connected with these in such a powerful, strong way that I think the mystery of the mystery deck is what makes it so great. So keep it to yourself. But, yeah, I use this deck as I was guided to, and that is to talk to guides such as gods, goddesses, and spirit otherwise. It's often not like these entities speak to me directly in the way that they would tell me their names, kind of gods and goddesses, but just seeing each one, it's almost as if they are represented in the images, and I see them for what I see here. Very tempted to do this reading, but it's already 30 minutes and I've got shit to do. So, personals are always open. Again, I will probably post these on Patreon. So thank you for tuning in once again. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment, and all the other shit that is so kind of you to do for me, if indeed you liked it. until next time, thank you so much.